Welcome to DarkSpace combat training. Right now we're going to focus on Cluth ships and being able to track them down when they're cloaked in your immediate area so you can fire on them. There are two major ways that we can do this. The most significant one is by utilizing your ECCM, also known as your ping device. My ship is unable to equip that. A lot of ships are able to equip them. And while the device is off, if you think that a cloaked vessel is within 1,000 GU of your location, you can activate the ECCM. It'll send out a single ping, which will ping the hull of the cloaked vessel, revealing it for 1 to 2 seconds. And if you're quick, you can left click and fire on that. Otherwise, you'll have an idea of generally where the cloaked vessel is. And from there, what you can do, and this is a little complicated, so pay attention, but once you learn it, it'll be really effective. You're going to hold down your control key and left click out into space, and that's going to set up a point in space that after you make that point, you can left click on it to target it. Now what you can do is fire one laser, a few lasers, or all your lasers, really doesn't matter. And go ahead and fire them off. And while holding down the control key, you left click on your point that you set and hold down the left mouse button. And you can move that point around while your lasers are following where you're moving your mouse. If your lasers come across a cloaked vessel, you'll see that your lasers stop at that point in space, and you know that the vessel is cloaked. It could either be sitting still or moving, so you need to pay attention to what your lasers are doing when you're trying to track them down. You can also use your other weapons, particle cannons, torpedoes, QSTs, IT missiles. You can fire any weapon from setting up this point in space. But as far as tracking cloaked vessels, it's a lot easier to do that with your laser. Here's a perfect example. I noticed that I picked up on something behind me, so I turned real quick, and it was an ally vessel right behind me that I didn't see. A couple other things I want to throw out there too. To send a distress out for needing supply, you hold down shift and press H, and that'll send out a supply distress, and you'll have AI supply ships in the area come to you, and also it allows other players to know that you need supplies. If you're being attacked, instead of typing I'm being attacked, you can hold down the control key and press H, and that will send out distress that you're being attacked. Please don't spam these. Hit them once or twice and wait a little bit and hit them again. And right now we have 3 dreads in the area and a supply ship right behind me, and we're trying to track down these 2 cloaked Cluth vessels that are right near us. You notice a ship to my left. He's firing out into space. He's not doing what I do, where you move your cursor around your ship. He's staying focused on one spot and just firing his weapons out straight, hoping that he hits a target. Of course, that's another way of doing it, but in my opinion, it's more effective to do what I'm doing now and sweep an area with lasers. I'll wait for them to come in contact with something. And we have a Cluth dreadnought that just decloaked and is firing on my weak side of my ship. And so we still suspect that there's cloaked vessels in the area. Funny enough, we have 1 supply ship and 3 elite assault dreadnoughts, none of which have ECCM devices. So we have no way to ping any ships in our area. And I hope that all makes sense to you. Any questions, just replay the video and listen again. Thank you.